Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome you all in today's our online lab session. Hope you all are fine and having good health. We start today's session with the recitation of Holy Quran. Now we further start our lab number 2, which is to study the operation of different length of transmission line, which is short, medium, and long transmission line. Hopefully my voice is clear to you guys and screen share as well. Can anybody confirm me? Is my voice clear and screen share as well with you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now the objective of lab is to study the effect of transmission line on voltage drop and efficiency. So the theoretical background of lab is the important considerations in the design and operation of transmission line are the determination of voltage drop, line losses, and efficiency. These are the effect which we need to determine in our online session of the lab and need to find these kind of entities in which voltage drop, line losses, and efficiency of transmission line include. These values are greatly influenced by transmission line constant parameters, which are resistance, line inductance, and the capacitance of the whole transmission line, or particular the transmission of location or the area which we want to study. About the classification of overhead transmission lines, the overhead transmission lines are categorized into three types. So these three types are the short transmission line of network, which is towards the 50 kilometer, and the rating of the transmission line is 20 kV, and particularly it is vary with the specification of countrywide and nationwide and area wise as per the requirement of system transmission operating voltages. So here we are dealing with 11 kV and further 66 kV. In medium transmission line, that particular length of transmission line is from 50 kilometer to 150 kilometer. The length, it depends and uh, the length of transmission line, and further the operating voltage of transmission line is from in Pakistan it is 11 kV to 132 kV, and last the long transmission line circuit is start from above 150 kilometers and several kilometers of approximately 1200 kilometers, and further high greater than 1100 kV, that would be in Pakistan is to 20 kV and 500 kV. These are the two aspects. Now further, whatever may be the category of transmission line, the main aim is to transmit power from one end to another. Modeling transmission line using pi model. So there are two types of model which are using as pi model and T model. So pi model and T model is mostly used to represent a transmission line circuit of the network, and the entities are placed in the form of pi and T model. And how it looks like in this network, you can see this one we called a pi network. In starting, a capacitor is connected. At the end, another capacitor is connected, and in between, the resistance and inductance is connected. So the shape of this model of transmission line, it looks like pi model. Further, we moving toward the bisection parameters are resistance per unit of length, that would be ohm per kilometer, and inductance per unit length, it would be Henries per kilometer, that is H by kilometer, and the capacitor per unit length, that is the farad per kilometer. These are the unit per kilometer of entity of units representative in length. The length of transmission line is measured in kilometers, not as a unit of distance is meter, length of unit as a unit is meter, but it measured in for long distance. The standard unit of transmission line for length purposes we consider a kilometer. Now the effect of transmission line as voltage regulation. So voltage regulate in which the voltage regulation is that the receiving the difference in sending end minus receiving end over the receiving end voltage, that ratio is we called a percentage voltage regulation, and multiply by 100 we got the value in percentage voltage regulation, and how much voltage is deviate or regulate from its starting towards ending end, and that deviation we observe in the entity of voltage regulation. Now moving towards the next parameter, that is the efficiency of transmission line. So how could we find the value that the power of receiving end and the power of sending end divided each other by multiply 100, we got the value percentage efficiency of transmission, and that is a multiply by 100, and particularly the value of sending end power is voltage of receiving multiply by the current of receiving, and then multiply cos the entity of voltage and current difference of sending and difference. We got the value by multiply each of the three entities by receiving end power. Further, a sending end power can also be found by sending end voltage and sending end current multiply by the volt cos voltage angle in between sending end voltage and current, that particular phase angle of difference we called theta s, and multiply all these entity we got the value sending end power. Both the ratio of receiving end power and sending end power we got percentage transmission efficiency, and efficiency is dedicated with the performance of your transmission line. Most of the time efficiency could be decreased due to the increasing of losses. So further moving and at this end, the circuit diagram about the that how it works in this model, you need to understand that how it connect and how the system are integrated in the pi model, and how the entity we could find here. Up till now, any one of you, if have any kind of question, query, or difficulty in your mind, please feel free to discuss. I will answer the kind of question and resolve your queries. If you have in your mind, you may ask. Hopefully, all the things are clear. So, further discuss the model of this transmission line, that is the supplying AC voltages of source provide to the pi model, and in between pi model and source we need to use a current measurement, because for measurement of current we use a current measurement of entity unit block in series to measure or monitor the current. This block is divided into three parts of section in which a positive end is connected with the source of supply AC, the negative is connected with the pi model section, and at the end current measurement, that the outcome of this major current would be measured in the scope of like oscilloscope of measurement entity, in which the signal can be shown in the form of wave. Further, after pi model, the another before pi model and after pi model, the current measurement is fixed here. You to measure the value of current. So again, three sections in which this block is consist by positive Y connected by this one, negative connected by this one, and the entity of current measurement signal can be going through the scope of observation. So by double clicking this entity, we got the value of current of waveform which produce in the wave in the oscilloscope platform. Similarly, up till now we understand that current is current measurement used in series with the starting and ending blocks, and by series placement the current would be measured by this way. For voltage measurement purpose, we need to connect that voltage block parallel in this way from positive one and negative one, and parallelly we measure the voltage which is coming from the source to the voltage measurement block. Positive and negative are notation wise connected here, and the this signal third one is provided to the scope of value in by which the voltage measurement can be observed. At the end load side, series RLC load which is connected here. Here we can see you can see that only resistance is measured. Where is L and C? L and C are vanished from this portion, and we can say that L and C could be zero, so only resistance can be appear. And if you place the value of L and C, then they also be observed connected in series, as I said to you guys. So further, if you want to measure across the load which is connected in series, so for this purpose we need to connect a voltmeter, like a voltage measurement block in parallelly, which observe the kind of voltages in this entity and provide that voltage to the scope. This is the whole scenario about the pi modeling section to make in the MATLAB. MATLAB platform we perform this one, and further the powered GUI block is also connected there, and the mod of this powered GUI we select as discrete parameter. Discrete parameter provide the value entity, and all the kind of things could be connected. If we not connect this block, then the simulation cannot be run and the particular outcome cannot be produced. By double clicking this value, all the parameter of section input and output currents which are observed here appear here can be made in a chart form, and the values which are starting towards ending appearing in different kind of voltage current parameter values in four entities are also appear in this block of dialog box. So this is whole about the pi section. So I'm taking a little bit of break here, and you are requested to understand this by yourself after I explain all the kind of details. So I'm taking a short break. Understand all the block of selection here and measurement and observing blocks which are choosing here, symmetry, how to make this one. In exam I give you the kind of block and you need to uh, make on a MATLAB platform. So first you need to observe this thing, understand, and raise a question if you have in mind. So I'm taking a little bit of break here and then again continue after a while. So understand it yourself and ask after break if you have the kind of question or difficulty. Hopefully up till now you understand all the kind of parameter scenarios and concept which I tell you guys. And if you have the kind of question difficulty in this MATLAB Simulink model, you may ask. I will resolve your queries, and after your answer your questions which you want to ask. Hopefully all the things are clear. So further we moving towards the next scenario of the lab procedure. We all know, open the MATLAB and then going to option of Simulink and then create a file, then a new file of option, and then create a model. For the sake of making this model, you need to choose particular entity of model by searching their respective block of entity: voltage measurement, scope, AC voltage source, current measurement, and all the kind of these values, parameters, RLC load. By their respective name of selection, you can place there, find that particular, select that particular option block, and then make a model in new model of file in Simulink platform of MATLAB, and this model would be created. Power GUI, same can find its name, and the parameters selection, making the kind of option by one another by the joining of wire, and then at the end a pi model of power transmission line in sense of short, medium, and long transmission line could be made. This is all about the pi model of transmission line. We further moving towards the questions. Further, the value which you find in power GUI model that appear in the dialog box, and the dialog box provide you these kind of entity of values. Further, the kilometer of length here, sending end voltage, receiving end voltages. Why they are three? Because in first option of raw you can place here the small length of transmission line parameter, medium length transmission line parameters, and long length power transmission line parameters. By placing all the values, you can get the value. By placing all the value, you can fill that particular option of form, and then receiving and sending and all the kind of power, current, voltages, length in kilometers, fill by these kind of voltages, and then the observation table could be filled. Further, moving towards the question answer part of the lab, for constant load, how does the length of transmission line affect the voltage drop? If a voltage which you connect through a transmission line, either they are the medium, short, or long transmission line, what happened if the voltage is constant and transmission line effect of length would could be happen with the voltage drop? The regulation entity, you can also set this thing. So answer the kind of question which mentioned here. Then moving towards the question number 2, for a constant load, how does the length of the transmission line affect power losses and efficiency? So with a constant load, the length of transmission line, how affect with the power losses and efficiency, what kind of performance could be happen if the load is constant in the transmission line, but what kind of effect in the power transmission line if the uh, load is constant, and what will be the power loss and efficiency of power transmission line. After the end, you need to fill the lab report which you understand by yourself, and what would be your comment in this regard, and what you understand by yourself. Fill all the entity from starting to end. Most of the things have been clear in your mind at the end of this lab, and you can fill by yourself all the knowledge which you get by this lab manual. So up till now, if you have any kind of question, query, and difficulty in your mind, please feel free to discuss. I will answer the kind of question and resolve your queries if you have in your mind. So I'm available. You may ask.
No, sir.
Hopefully there is no kind of question by the students. So we need to end here the lab session. So Allah Hafiz.